It is day 10 for the Amish Friendship Starter. So we are going to work on dividing things out and coming up with a plan of how we're going to use all these starts. Welcome here, friends. It's Angela, the Inquisitive Farmwife, and I'm glad that you're here with me today. Let's get busy in the kitchen. I've been having a lot of fun making all sorts of treats and sharing with people and sharing starts with people. It's been kind of fun to make up a loaf of bread and then share a start with them. So in about a week's time, after they've enjoyed that delicious bread that I shared with them, then they can have a start of their own that they've been working with and feeding. So to my starter, I'll add 1.5 cups each of my sugar, flour, and milk. Now that I've got everything kind of mixed, I am going to get myself a couple cups of starter here, and I'm going to save this back, and I think tomorrow maybe I'll make some waffles. So it calls for 2 cups of starter. So I'll just kind of put the lid kind of gently on it so it can continue to ferment now that it's been fed. And we'll set that aside. And then here I am just kind of dividing it into other containers, thinking about how I want to use it the remainder of the week, if I'm going to share with other people, and just kind of dividing everything out to make a future plan. Decided we are going to make some biscuits today. I haven't made biscuits in such a long time. Thought that sounded really good. So we've got our starter, 2 eggs. I'm going to need oil, butter, flour, baking soda, salt, and baking powder. Cups of flour. And this is just all purpose, and I'm going to use 1 cup of that. And then I kind of want to experiment a little bit. I've got some spelt flour here that I want to get used. So I'm going to use 1 cup of that too. We're going to kind of do half and half. It might make them a little more dense, but that's okay. I thought with going the savory route, that would be okay way to do it. 1/2 teaspoon baking soda. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And what I'm going to do is just kind of mix all of this together. And then we're going to kind of make a well. I'll make a well in the bottom here. So we need to melt our butter and put that in the microwave, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds. We also need 1/4 cup of oil. 2 eggs. And I got lucky. I got them before they froze today. My friend Michelle's gonna kill me. I know. I do not have any fresh grated garlic, so I'm gonna have to use the stuff in the jar. But it's a snow day here and I can't get any fresh, so that's what we're gonna use. I'm going to mix the wet ingredients, then pour that right down in the middle of that well we just made. And we're just gonna kind of mix this together. Kind of want to incorporate everything together. We don't want to over mix. A few lumps are gonna be okay. Just go slow. and just kind of fold it in. Okay, now that it's starting to come together, I'm going to grab out some Parmesan cheese. Let's see. We'll start with probably a half a cup. We are a family of parsley lovers, so probably a tablespoon of parsley in there. And then I'm going to sprinkle in a few onion flakes. My oven is preheated. It's at 325 degrees. And now I'm just going to kind of finish mixing this all together. So I've kind of lightly floured my countertops here. And our dough is sticky, which is normal. And basically, I just want to roll this out or push it out. I've always kind of been told that biscuit dough can be kind of finicky. You don't want to overwork it. I usually do drop biscuits, but today, for fun, we're going to follow the recipe and try to roll this out as evenly as I can. I've kind of been wanting some cheddar biscuits, but then I came across this idea to do the Parmesan with the garlic in the butter. I was always told to get fluffy biscuits, you kind of layer them. Is that how you guys were taught to do? So now I put my 3 layers in. See how many biscuits we're supposed to get. I'll try to remember to put the link below of where I'm getting this recipe from. At about a 3-inch biscuit cutter. Well, let's see what happens here. Okay, I don't want to overwork these, so see what I can find. And this is the biscuit cutter I have here. So let's see what we get doing this. Got 9. I'm thinking mine are not going to be... I think mine are going to be probably twice as big, I guess. I don't know. Kind of put the dough together again. See if we can't roll out a few more here. Just barely. Got 4. Maybe, let's see, 3 more, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one's thin. And then this one I'm just going to kind of shape into a circle. Call it good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So, yeah, I don't know. It said 24. Not in this house. It says that we should cover these with oiled plastic wrap. Well, I'm out of regular plastic wrap. So I'm just going to kind of lightly spray these with oil. And then I'll put this cling wrap on here. And then we'll be back in about 30 minutes. Okay, I don't really think our biscuits rose any, which doesn't surprise me because I did use the Spelt, which is going to be a heavier flour. So we were supposed to do this instead of spray it with the olive oil. That makes a whole lot more sense. So we'll just do that real quick. And then we're going to put these in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes when the tops are lightly browned. Well, they're not very tall and fluffy biscuits. These kind of fluffed up a little bit. And they sure do smell good. Shall we give it a taste test? Let's see. This is the one that we just kind of did last. It's good. It's not flaky. Folding it did not help that at all. I may have overworked the dough, and using the spelt flour may have inhibited its bounciness too. But it's not bad. Definitely good for adding to soups.